Today might be one of the biggest turning points for us here on the channel with these two cars, as like we talked about in the other video, there's no turning back. This is our 1990 Ford Mustang Coupe SSP X highway patrol car that we're going to be street and strip racing in 26 and from here and beyond. Although we haven't got a lot done in the past couple weeks, we got pits coming up, we got things going on real life with rentals and properties, and just business has just been busy. But that's no excuse. Again, you have to budget time, you have to budget family, you have to budget money, and you just got to get your shit done when you get it done. Today's episode, we're going to be putting the axle in the car so we can take this out, and we're going to actually be taking a lot of these things apart, trying to save ourselves as much time as we can to hot swap the K-member into our coupe. So our goal this year is to make Motor City Fox Fest with this at least mostly completed, maybe even running and moving around. This is going to be one of the crazier transitions that we've ever done on the channel by taking the 1000 horsepower driveline that we had in our white car and putting it in this coupe. And I keep talking about it, but you know, it's time to get busy and make this shit all work, right? We're going to be getting in on the starter. We're going to be probably taking the diaper apart and the coolant in the system and start some of the turbo kit. And we think we can save a bunch of time by bringing it all down. And we're going to probably start taking some of the suspension and whatever's going to catch us up when we bring it down. You know what I mean? Which shouldn't take too long. We got pits coming up, like I said, and we're going to be taking Dad's car to that. We've got some things we want to do to it real quick before we go. This is going to be a long project, and this is a turning point in our channel that we've been talking about doing for a number of years, and we just haven't had the time. So I'm going to run over to Home Depot and pick up some shelving because we need some more shelving here in the shop. Well, what hat you got on? Oh, that's that rare Ford takeover hat. Stick shift shootout. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. All right. What are we working on right now? Starter. We got the diaper down, we got the wiring for some of the starter stuff, coolant. Actually, it's just distilled water. That's all that was in this. We're about to put the axle in. I'm gonna start coming back here to the transmission and take over where cousin Paul was and start unbolting some of this. Again, we've never actually pulled the K-member out of a car and taken any of it apart. No, we've never done that before.
Engine and all?
No. I'm gonna pull this bullhorn out real quick though. Gotta get this thing drained out too. That we gotta take the pump and clean it along with the filters and the elements. But we're gonna go ahead and get the axle in. And we've already got the transmission half taken apart. Gonna have to bring it down to do, got the knuckle bolt I gotta take off, and we're gonna make a list. We're gonna actually bust out the whiteboard and we're gonna make a list up top of the things that we need to disconnect. Yeah, it's definitely been a while, hasn't it? So this is one of the things we used to do on our live streams all the time, and we're gonna probably get back to a few of these. Just go through a whiteboard and talk about some of the builds that we got going on the channel and some of the things that junkyard mods, hazard stuff. These cars 30, 40 years later, a lot of things have changed, but some of the things that need to be taken off are and we'll continue to add to this and subtract from it as we work on the car. This isn't something that we're going to be able to get done in one day. This is just the start of the journey like we've been talking about doing. Check this out. Once we got the control arm in, I forgot to show you guys this. Just pulling away there, scraped up. This could definitely use some torque boxes. So we always like to replace our axle bolts. I mentioned this in the other video. These are the 10.9s. You can buy these at like boltsandnuts.com or just some of your hardware. Well worth it. It's hard to bend these. A lot better than the stock ones that were in it. Go ahead and start putting these shocks in, no big deal. We got the rest of the shock and the factory control arms in. Good enough for a replacement axle to roll the car around. That's all we need. So we're gonna move to the front. Check that shit out. Look, the body panel was pulling away. My quarter panel. I've never seen that before. I know there's a bunch of Z-bar there, but that was pulling the hell out. Needless to say, it ain't supposed to look like that. Okay, we got the axle in, the replacement axle with all the factory control arms, and we're gonna actually stick the old Cobra R's on. Guys, like I said, this isn't a fancy video. This is just one of a handful of journeys that we're gonna make just trying to get that coupe equipped with this driveline. But got these old dusty ones we used to dyno on. Throw about 20 pounds of pressure in them and find some use for them for now. The jack that used to be in the front here, because the car was so top heavy, that was making me kind of nervous that the car was gonna fall off the lift. But we're underneath here, we're disconnecting some things, and like I said, we're gonna go to the top we're gonna bring this car down and put the tires on wheels, and we're gonna go to the top and start disconnecting some stuff while we work on the shocks. Again, not a fancy video, but we're doing work and getting shit done. A couple things in the inside that we got to take out is we got to get the handle, because when we pull the transmission down, also there's a two-step, but I think I'm just going to take the bracket off, and we'll just pick at this as we go, as needed, much like we did with the fuel system, or will do with the fuel system. You can definitely tell this has not been on the ground in a while. So moving to the top, we don't have a super lot of things, but a lot of wiring. You know, we're gonna leave whatever wiring we can, fuel system, radiator, just disconnecting stuff and just putting it back in here. Shouldn't be that hard of a swap. And I think we have a couple really good plans as far as what we're gonna do with the transition. We're not gonna take the K-member out of this right now. It won't be out of this until this one's actually laying on the floor next to it. So what we're gonna do is I bought a couple of these these wheels from Harbor Freight, and we're gonna go ahead and weld these to the bottom of the white car. We were gonna do that to the coupe here, decided that it's probably best that we just go ahead and take this K-member out, probably put this in Dad's car and do the weight reduction video like we did the first time. And we're just gonna weld the K-members onto the white car, so that way we don't have to worry about a K-member. I did buy a couple shelves. We're gonna be making room in the back of the shop, utilizing some of that extra space back there, and we're gonna go ahead and make sure that the white car is kind of nice tucked away when it's time, with a couple shelves. So for the remainder of the video, we're gonna take the fuel system off, the fuel lines, take some of the wiring for the Terminator, and go ahead and pull this turbo out. This is 2026's biggest project by far. You know, the engine, the 393, is getting fixed in the black car. We should see that here in the next 3 weeks to a month. Dad's car runs pretty good, but besides the white car converting over to the coupe, the 387 build and the stock bottom end build that we promised Cousin Paul that we were going to do, which we're going to do a honing video here in the next week or so. This is the type of stuff you're going to get for now. And I do apologize if it's not fancy and fireworks. There's really not a whole lot to this, Cousin Paul. The nice thing is, you know, wasting any time here. And this would be no different than if we were pulling it out if it was blowed up, you know what I mean? Which it's not. And that's one of the main reasons why we're not touching it. So we got pretty far. Got a couple more things that we have to bring the turbo out. I've got a couple of small things to unhook, but the goal for the rest of the video is to get the turbo out, get the clutch cable out. We've moved a lot of the wiring that can just stay on the engine, and we can just clean this up on the floor before it goes into the coupe. Leaving the radiator and the fuel lines in. We're going to be redoing these fuel lines. This is nice because these PTFEs, those are reusable. So I could actually cut them and make the fuel system fit a little bit different in the coupe than it does here in the white car. So that's one thing that we're going to do, putting in different locations and just reuse what we have. But we're not too far away. By the end of the video, we're going to make a game plan on the whiteboard on what needs to be disconnected and what we think is ready for, you know, extraction for that matter. And we're going to give it a shot. Like, again, we haven't done this ever before here on the channel where we actually pulled the whole K-member down. I mean, we did it with the black car, but this is kind of something that's a little bit different. We're trying to save some time here. We know this engine combo works. It got put away running its fastest times, and it's making its most power. And if you notice, Cousin Paul's putting this stuff in baggies. So what we like to do for safety reasons, even though there's nothing in the tank, is with fuel lines and anything that for the engine that can be opened, we put a baggie around it, and then we'll end up zip tying this. It's gonna be a little while before it gets connected back up. So that's what we're gonna do. If you see the baggies around the fittings, that's kind of the reason for it, just for safety, especially with fuel. It's been a while since we've had this out. There we have it. All right, nice and carboned up. Well, what is this, a Wu-Tang war whistle? Actually, it's precision, so definitely made in America right there, baby. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and leave this the way it is, because these are just gonna come sliding through when it's time for us to when the crossover comes down with the engine. We got a couple other things we got to do underneath of the car: the cable, the transmission cross member. I'm going to take the rag joint off with it, so we're going to leave that. We're going to put that on the steering over here. Again, we're going to take the extenders that we have for our no prep extension. So we're going to take about 2 inches of travel out of this. It had about almost 8 to begin with, and we're going to adjust the suspension on this car quite a bit for the 2026 season. But yeah, we're moving right along. I mean, keeping it as much as this engine together as possible. Sure, we can clean it and paint it or whatever, but there's a lot of work to be had in that. And that's what we do here on the channel, man. It's, again, not a fancy video, just an updated video on what we're doing here with the white car and the coupe. Sometimes progress isn't about buying new parts. It's about moving the parts that you already own that you know work into the right car or the right build or project. And we talk about that too when we're building 351 Windsors, stock bottom end stuff, GT40 stuff, budget. You know what? Get your shit out the jack stands, enjoy your car, enjoy the way you build your engine, and don't let anybody tell you which way to do it, how much money you need to spend. That's just not where happiness is at. Done beats perfect every day. So having a finished car that actually works, that you enjoy, is a lot better than having one that's perfect sitting on jack stands. So you guys enjoy this sort of content. Me and Cousin Paul, we got pretty far with the video. If you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing. Get a chance to check out that join button, become a member of the channel. Helps to go do content like this. But outside of that, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next video.